welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel, this is Kate and this is Kate Vlogs that you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing because it's actually free of charge. Also, don't forget to like this video and comment down below on what you think about today's episode, because that is also what motivates me to keep on producing more videos. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to set retail prices immediately after you receive your stock, irrespective of the kind of business that you're starting, be it a cosmetic business, be it a mali business, Crocs business, toy business, Gikomba, shoes, every kind of business. This is what you're supposed to do immediately you receive your first stock, even before opening the boxes or unboxing or unparceling, if you like it. So the first thing you're supposed to do is, number one, you're supposed to buy a new counter book. A counter book is, or you can even buy a simple notebook, but I prefer a counter book because it is long lasting and will keep that data for a very long time. And the first thing you're supposed to do is to have a column. You can also get a temporary book like this. This is just what we call full scaps. So you can just look for something like this temporarily if you don't have money for a counter book. And then list down all the products that maybe you bought. And at this juncture, I also want to remind you that I buy or shop for customers that are away from Nairobi. You're not able to come to Nairobi and you still want me to shop for you, be it doll, shoes, cosmetic, everything. I shop for you at a reasonable fee depending on your budget and the time it will take me to shop. So that is how I estimate the budget that I will charge you. So it is not something that I can say is fixed, because we have different customers, we have different clients with different budgets. So let us continue with what we are talking about. So you have received your stock, you don't know where to start from. This is what you're supposed to do. Do not panic. Don't start selling products immediately you get your stock. Don't start selling. Don't get overexcited. A customer has just identified away from maybe the counter, maybe you're unboxing and they have seen something that they like, and then you're there, you're just guessing prices, and the customer is the one that is deciding for you how much you're supposed to sell the product for you. And akwambia, by the way, we buy this at blah blah blah. Stop, because things have changed, by the way, and a lot of products have really hiked in prices. I've talked about importation costs and the way they have really hiked. So number one, we are writing the item. So we are writing a small subtopic, and then you write maybe cosmetic products or hairs or weaves or crochets. So I'm going to use an example of cosmetic products. So you will write, for example, the first column, baby love anti-dandruff. So after writing baby love anti-dandruff, you will write that, for example, the wholesale price is 35 shillings. So the next column should be the retail price. So you remember the first part, the first column is the products. The second column is the wholesale prices. Remember that you're supposed to be very, very keen so that you don't confuse the wholesale prices. That is a mistake that can happen because the products are so many and you can end up confusing and selling things at a loss. So make sure that you follow the lines carefully. Baby love anti-dandruff is 35 shillings wholesale, and I'm going to retail it at 60 shillings. You see, I've not said 50, I've said 60. It is because we judge the retail prices according to how our competitors are selling the products. That is one way in which you can set your prices. So you can also ask around on how our estate is selling braids, or how the rural area are selling their braids. So that will give you a good position to judge on how you're going to set your own prices, the retail prices. Now, before we even continue deeply about the retail prices, I want you to know that there are some products that the prices are controlled by the manufacturer. The manufacturer will dictate how much that product will cost in the market, and you don't have an alternative but to stick to the manufacturer's retail prices. So sometimes you have to know which kind of products are these. Do you know that kind of subject that is there? Do you know that we have those products that are dictated by the manufacturer on how they should cost? An example is something like maybe Coca-Cola products, and also you can talk about Avis. So they will say that all people in Dubai or all people in Kamkunji should all of them should sell the products at maybe 52 shillings. So that's an example. It doesn't mean that it is 52 shillings, but I'm saying the manufacturer can dictate how much you're supposed to sell product A, B, and C. Now, so it means that the retail price will also depend with the manufacturer. Something else that I also want you to know is that when you're setting the retail prices, you should never go too low to attract many customers. Don't go too low, because at the end of the day, it is you who will suffer. You're not going to be able to restock. You're not going to be able to cover the expenses that you use. For example, if you use me to shop for you, remember that I will charge you the facilitation fees, and also I will charge you for the money, maybe for the parcel services, and also for the trolley person that helped me to carry the goods. So always have in mind that you have to make sure that you get rid of all the expenses before you start counting money as profit. Always count all that, the expenses you incurred. And also sometimes some people will go into banks to get loans, and you're not supposed to sell products cheaply so that those products can like move faster for you to think that now you're performing better in the market. Something else is that it is very healthy to have a competitor next to you. So if that product is being sold maybe at 70 shillings by competitor A, you can sell the same products. If they are selling at 70, you can sell at 65. That is a healthy competition. That when you're setting retail prices, for example, if you buy a weave at 350 shillings, if you buy weave at 350 shillings, it is always wise to double the prices of the wholesale price. So double 350 by 2, that is 700. That is the starting price that you should give the customer. Mwambie your product is 700 shillings. And then from there, the customer will tell you, it can't be 650, it can't be 600. You see, by the time the customer wants to go down from 700, you still have a lot of profit to work with. So that is how you're supposed to sell weaves and crochets. And when it comes to hair foods, sometimes they're not very, very profitable, but they're still fast moving. So you will end up selling a product that you buy at 30 shillings at 50. So to use a 50, you're at 30. And we have products like Body Splash. You buy it at 200 shillings and you sell it at 250. If you buy at 100 shillings, you sell it at 150. But something that has always remained profitable in the business sector will always remain the perfume refill business. It still remains the highest earner in terms of profits, because you buy 3 ml now at 27 shillings or 30 shillings, depending on who is supplying the product to you. Because I also want you to know that perfume has really hiked in prices. They wholesale at between 27 to 30 shillings, and therefore the retail price remains 100. So it is still profitable despite the fact that it has hiked in wholesale price. Meaning that if you buy at 27, that is 3 ml, you're still going to get like 73 shillings retail. So that means that it is still profitable. Don't ever like want to get a lot of profit by putting very, very high prices. Don't put very exaggerated high prices because customers will end up not coming to your shop just because of one product. And don't be that person that unaweza sema uko na ulafi ya pesa. So set reasonable profit margins so that customers will continue streaming into your shop. So something else is you can always encourage your customers to buy multiple products. And by this I mean, if a customer wants foundation and you're selling foundation at 200 shillings, you can always encourage that customer to buy a foundation and a blender so that you can give them discount. That way you're going to trap that customer. For example, another example is you can tell a customer who wants a pad to always buy that pad in addition to the pad and unwempaka nini panty liners. So that way encourage the customer that if they buy zikiwa mbili, you're going to give a discount. And that is one trick that supermarkets use in most of their products. So unaonanga product imeandikwa on offer, but what you don't know is that they're trying to get rid of the 2 products using 1 stone, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So right now most products, most braids in the market right now, hakuna braid unaenda unapata inauzwa 60 bob. The cheapest you can get braids right now with is 65 shillings. So why should you stoop too low to 60? In other words, you are stooping too low below the competitive prices. That is very wrong because that is bad competition. And by the end of the road, you're going to close your business. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's video on what other kind of videos you want me to do. And then I will get back to you with another banger kama kawaida. Thank you so much for watching this content. I will see you on my next one. Bye.